Hello. So this one's gonna be fun. It's ECW Hardcore Heaven 1994. The 30th anniversary of this show is actually in a couple of weeks. I think it's July the 1st or something like that. But next month people are gonna want to watch SummerSlams or something like that. I know somebody suggested SummerSlam 94. Mentally, I'm not in the right place to watch that show. So, uh, cause SummerSlam, it's okay, but you know, I wanted to watch something a little bit different, you know. So watching the 30th anniversary of the ECW show, while the ECW biography, how you have a biography of a non-living organism, it's gonna be weird, but that's how we do it. So everybody should get it together. About 3 minutes after, we're gonna start the stream. Well, to start the watch along. This ought to be fun. It's a show that I don't think most people talk about. I don't even know what the card is for this show. I have no earthly idea what the card is. So we're all gonna learn together what the card is for ECW Hardcore Heaven 1994. I'm just looking at the thumbnail on the network, and it certainly doesn't look appealing. I have no idea who that guy is. But it says Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk in the main event. Jason challenges Mikey Whipwreck for his TV title. What a disaster this is probably going to be. But it's only 2 hours, and that's about as long as I need. So how y'all doing? How's everything going on y'all's end? Top Dog, WG Phil, how you guys doing? Wait another minute or two before we start the stream. I can't wait 5 minutes this time. It is hot in this room. I had to keep having to turn the fans and air conditioners off and everything, and I don't want to smother to death while while I watch this show and not know whether it's going to be any good or not. So everybody should be on the same tip. In about 40 seconds, we're going to start the stream and talk about this show. Um, so, for you guys, 9 listeners, thank you guys very much for showing up. I'm sure we'll have more as we go along, but this thing is 1 hour and 49 minutes, so about 2 hours. It should be fine. It it's old ECW. It can't hurt you, right? Old ECW can't hurt you. It can only be funny or really bad. I'm guessing it's going to be more on the funny side. Um, so, in about 40 seconds, I know I said that a couple of seconds ago, we're going to start at 4 on the dot. So, I'm going to start a countdown in about 30 seconds to get started on this thing. Hopefully, everybody had a good day. Tomorrow is Friday. Hope everybody's got something planned for the weekend. So, I've been reading the Dragon Ball manga and trying to catch up on some of the stuff that I had. And I'm working on another project that probably will be do start doing parts of it on Monday. Um, so that ought to be fun. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. Let us get started on ECW Hardcore Heaven 1994. It's presented in the most complete form possible due to original production technical difficulties. Hmm.
The following program is rated TVMA. What you're about to watch contains explicit language, adult themes, violence, and may not be suitable for viewers under 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Oh
you can
my.
activate parental controls from any device by going to account settings.
Oh my.
Here we go. It's Hardcore Heaven.
Let's hack my. Oh my good. Look at these people. This what passes for a pro wrestler in 1994. Hack Myers, he is an absolute slob. He's a slob. Do you see this guy? He's wearing star pants. Like none of this stuff has anything. Like as much as we shit on the guys today, like the ECW, the AEW guys, none of them look like the Shaw of ECW. None of them are as trashy as Hack Myers. The closest is probably Eddie Kingston. I mean, look at this. Look at this guy. Look at the state of him. Oh my goodness. I really should have taken some notes on Hackmeyer. That he's a guy who I know just from looking at him, but I know that Todd Gordon talked about him in that book. Rockin' Rebel. I think he killed his wife, if I remember correctly. There was some. Well, we know that there's a lot of wrestlers on these shows who have done like criminal things, but I think Rockin' Rebel actually killed his wife. You know, if I remember correctly. Hey, Hack Myers can throw a punch though. He looks like shit, but he can at least throw a punch. Need booking advice any way to make an invasion angle more original? Well, I guess it would depend on what's being invaded and who are the invaders. Yeah, but an invasion story is just us versus them. So create a unique us and create a unique them. Thoughts on Triple H having Braun Breaker go 50-50 with Ricochet? Well, look, that's all Triple H does anyway, is have people go 50-50 and try to get him over. I don't understand it. Rockin' Rebel looks like something straight out of WWF 1986 or 1989 or something. The tassels and all that stuff. Somebody do a quick Google search of this Rockin' Rebel guy, because I swear to God, I think he killed his wife. I mean, oh my God, Hack Myers is killing me. He is so unathletic looking. He's jiggling all over the place. Yeah. He's wearing pajama pants. What is going on, bro? AJ3, how you doing, sir? How you doing, sir? You know, I love Joey Styles. Very glad he's doing commentary here. Oh, he mentioned the Bad Breed. Oh Lord, he means the Rotten Brothers. The sideburns on Hank. Ooh, it was a murder suicide. Holy guacamole! Holy guacamole! Murder suicide. Murder suicide. Yikes! Do you have like a CTE or something? It's not just his sideburns, my lord. It is the hair. Like he's got a patch of hair at the top, and it just looks like a lot, but it's not. Everything about this guy is an absolute disaster. But at least he tries to look like a pro wrestler. He's a big dude. And the crowd at least are into what he's doing, chanting shy every time he throws a strike. But this just goes to show how, indie wrestling fans don't change. They will support anybody and anything if you support a guy like Hack Myers, for God's sake. I am disgusted at Rockin' Rebel murdering his wife. What year was that? Oh, it was 2016. Okay. Rockin' Rebel was trained by the Rock and Roll Express, and he died in 2016. That's awful. That's awful. A murder suicide. Sheesh. I know he's just a ECW jobber guy. I know he's on a couple of these really old shows like this. And that's what made me look him up, is because he's on some of these old shows. but I don't commit anything about him to memory. But it explains why he's got this gimmick though, all these tassels all over the place. He looks athletic as hell, but this is a very generic match, especially for ECW. I'm surprised it's still going on, really. Oh, well, it's over now. And he won with like a wrestling counter. Interesting. What a slob. This guy's a slob. 2018, his family donated his brain for CTE research. Well, that was 6 years ago. They got to have some kind of response by now. I wouldn't be surprised if he did have CTE. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he didn't have CTE. This guy looks familiar too, but I can't make out his face. Who is this fella? At least he looks like he works out, for God's sake. Another slob looking guy. I mean, the guy looked like he looked like a fan. $4 minutes and 30 seconds. Yeah, it was longer than I thought it would be. Mystic Isle. Tommy Cairo. Yeah, okay, I remember that. I remember his name now. Yeah, he's a ECW like regular. Chad Austin. Solo, yeah, he certainly hasn't worked out. Joey Styles calling him out. He's certainly not 224, and he certainly ain't working out. Did I watch OG ECW night? Yeah. It used to come on regular television at like, it was after midnight. It was like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning or something like that in Detroit. Channel 38, WADL. It used to come on. The syndicated show, the Hardcore TV. So it was way after this. When they started doing television shows, that's when we started getting ECW. What do you think of Orton talking crap about Vince, knowing he has a cancel culture barrel waiting for him? People just want to hear you talk about Vince. That's all. I mean, Orton's gonna have his day. I mean, he's got enough bad stories. He's trying to get, but I think he was just being honest. You know, Vince is notorious for that, and he didn't really talk crap about him. He just said it's nice having somebody who understands, to be home for big events and willing to give him time off and all that kind of stuff. Because Vince wasn't about that, and he never was. And he had to be over a barrel in order to let it go. It was like, Brock had Undertaker and all those guys. They had leverage. Randy, not so much. And plus, he was only 35. You know, if I remember correctly from the quotes that we're discussing, he was only 35. Dudes are working until their 40s and stuff now. I think it's mostly just a thing where if you give somebody a break, like you give somebody a, a less than full time schedule, then everybody wants it. Oh, Punk wants it, Orton wants it. Next, everybody's gonna want to a part-time schedule, and you have to draw a line somewhere, you know, and it's hard to find out where that line should be. I don't know when this was. He said he was 35. What is he? 45 now? I don't know. So maybe 2014, maybe that would have been 2014, 2015. But I ain't look at it like he was talking shit about Vince. I was thinking he was trying to explain the pros and cons of the situation, and that there were negatives to the old man being there, and these are notorious negatives. It's not like he's. What was that? He didn't even take a backdrop correctly. He fell on his face. What? He came a bump. End this, please. Pull the plug on this, please. It's sad Joey Styles isn't in wrestling anymore. Yeah. The crazy thing is, if he was a really talented guy who wanted to call these shows by himself, and I really love Joey Styles as an announcer. I even liked his stuff in WWE. I wish he could have gotten a little bit more play, you know. But I think he's been burned out on wrestling for a while. He wasn't in wrestling when they brought him back. He had went to work at a regular job, and then they called him back to do the ECW stuff. I wonder if he's gonna be in his biography. Probably not. Do you think Vince Russo was a great booker? No, I don't actually. I think he had good ideas though. What is that? Chickens. It seemed strange. He said that when he did a holiday tour in 2023. Chad Austin won, and then they went immediately to this match. Well, just goes to show that ECW shows are just pastiches of matches. Because that match ended and the bell barely rang, and now all of a sudden Jason's in the ring. This is before Jason became a manager. He's in great shape, but he can't wrestle for shit. He got canceled in 2015, mentioning the Trump grab him line at an indie show. Who, Jason? I think Orton, he's 10 years older now than he was then. Stands to reason. Oh, Joey Styles. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to be bothered with these wrestling fans either. I don't think I ever heard about that. Mikey Whipwreck also looks like a fan. He was a young guy though. He was really young at this point in time. He's probably in his early 20s. I don't know why Paul Heyman decided to take this guy and try to make him something. He made him the world champion, for God's sake. Whenever somebody talk about how Paul is a genius, I just remind them that Mikey Whipwreck was the world champion. Prince Ali plans to binge ECW matches. Go take a shot every time he yells, "Oh my God." Well, you're going to be drunk by the end of the show. Well, depends. If you watching like 96, 97 ECW, yeah, you're in the mud. He hadn't come up with that gimmick yet. I don't think so at this point. He's got a mullet. There's no such thing as the sexiest man on earth, and you got a mullet. I can promise you that's not the case. People try to cancel Shawn Michaels for going to a Trump rally. When did he go to a Trump rally? I didn't never heard about that. They really just tried to cancel Sexy Red for having a gigantic red hat on stage. People are just way too sensitive about that stuff, and they care too much. You're too invested. They too invested. Mikey was a fan. He was doing ring construction before he became a wrestler for ECW. He should have stayed doing ring construction. Look at this guy. And he's wearing a saggy shirt. I know this was it's the 90s, and that kind of stuff didn't matter, but he looks no different than Chad Austin, who just left the ring. Like he literally, they just take slobs and throw them in the ring. And the slobs are the guys who win. And the guys who actually go to the gym are the guys who lose. That's crazy. It seems like the Indies been the same forever, right? Jason sucks, though. He can't even move his shoulders. Like I don't think he got full mobility in the upper part of his body. He probably just lifts, and that's it. There was a video of Shawn Michaels at a Trump rally. I'm pretty sure I would have heard about that, or somebody would have brought it up. All this time that Shawn Michaels has been he wearing a Chef Michaels hat and all that stuff, and he went to it. Nah, people would have never forgot that he did the Trump thing. But I'm gonna look it up just in case, because I do want to see it. If it's funny, it might be funny. Oh, that was a hell of a clothesline. It looked hot in there, man. The Straw Hat guys, they were always in the front row in the same seats every ECW TV show. That clothesline was nowhere near anything. That punch was nowhere near. This guy's awful. That was awful. Jason sucks ass. It was pink and it said make America sexy again. No, it was red. It was a big red hat. Even if it was pink, it don't matter. It triggered everybody, and they were so upset. Roadkill claims he should have been World Heavyweight Champion in 2000. Well, if you wanted ECW to die in 2000, then maybe that would have been a smart idea to make you World Champion. You're very athletic for a big dude, but I don't think you should have been World Champion. Mikey was in a 2K game for Steve Austin Showcase. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder how much he got paid for that. That's actually very cool. I like that they did something like that, because he did beat Steve Austin in ECW and won another genius booking decision from Paul Heyman to establish Mikey Whipwreck as the champion that nobody remembers. As soon as ECW got famous, he was a jabroni. It's hardcore time. Oh shit! A leg drop through a table. It looked stiff. It like it hurt Jason. Have you ever been at an indie show in the 90s? No. I was too young to go to an indie show back then. I doubt any of the indie show. I didn't even go to a WWF show in the 90s. I went to one. That was in 1996, Raw at Joe Louis Arena. Now, it wasn't a Raw. It was a house show at Joe Louis Arena. It was one of those house shows the Ultimate Warrior skipped. And Sid had to fill in for him. It ruled. How was Mickey champ? He must have sucked some Heyman ass. I don't. They claim it was story, and look, the story it was kind of there because he was sort of the ultimate underdog kind of gimmick where he would take a ton of punishment and still manage to survive and win, and people like seeing him overcome the odds and all that. And it started, I think, with him being a tag team wrestler with Mick Foley, and they was doing the whole Mikey's gonna die and all that kind of stuff. And these guys are gonna kill me, and he would keep fighting from underneath. He never showed like a great deal of fire or passion that I can understand. Um, so, but they claim that's why it made sense. But you can get the guy to that point and not put the belt on him. That was just ridiculous. I don't think he was champion long either. He was champion long enough. I remember it. Every time anybody told me about Paul Heyman being a genius, I was like, man, Mikey Whipwreck's the world champion, guys. And so was Rhino. Mikey Whipwreck and Rhino. I know that don't mean a lot to you guys, but it means a lot to me. Like right now, he's just selling and taking a beating, which is what he's really good at. But he looks like shit. Unprotected. Would you rather take a pedigree or a styles clash? Probably a pedigree. Because both kind of capture your arms, but with the styles clash, you don't have access to your legs either. With the pedigree, you at least have your legs. So if you was feeling uncomfortable, you could put your knees down. Like certain guys used to do. They used to take a pedigree with their knee down. Wonder when Tony's gonna book Swerve versus OC against Orange Cassidy. I thought he would have done it by now, for being honest. But nope. He decided to go with Will Ospreay. I guess he's done with the Swerve thing already. I'm kidding though. I don't think Swerve's gonna lose. I would be surprised if Swerve lost it. What was your favorite episode of Raw of all time? Could be any era. I honestly have no earthly idea of any single episode of Monday Night Raw. I really do not have one. It would probably be the Eddie Guerrero tribute show or something like that. Jason is 30 in this match. Well, shit, he moves like he's 48. He's so stiff. This is what I mean. He's moving like EC3. EC3 is in great shape, but he's a human Lego. He can barely move. This is how Jason is. He has no mobility. Like he's bulky. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's playing possum. Oh, that was a nice little psychological trick there. You about to roll him up? There we go. Fat referee, catch up, keep up. Why didn't he win with that? He should have won with that. Yeah, I agree with the fans. He should have won with that. A monkey D. Luffy. Well, somebody's going to do it eventually. There's enough cosplay running around and wrestling these days. And somebody's going to mess around and do it. That gut rich powerbomb was nasty. Did he even kick out of that? You probably getting paid in cookies and promises at this point. This is 94 ECW, so Todd Gordon should still be paying them now. So people should be getting paid at this point. Hey, there's black people. Wasn't expecting to see them, but this is Philadelphia, so. Oh my goodness. Speaking of cosplay wrestlers, who are the only ones who can get away with it? Ray, probably New Day. Ray, New Day, guys like that, happy-go-lucky baby faces could probably get away with it. Oh, oh. So Jason going to get a chair. He blown up too, boy. Ooh, brother. Stamina, no. Flexibility, no. Fat ref down. Oh, that referee, he sure woke up pretty quickly. He woke up quicker than the wrestler, for God's sake. That doesn't make sense. Referee gets hit with a chair. He manages to survive. A wrestler get hit with the chair and he dies. Oh shit, the Pit Bulls are there. They were a great tag team in ECW. You still got face paint wrestlers today. Well, you missed good ones. Rhea Ripley is a face paint wrestler, pretty much. Even though it's quote unquote makeup. She looks so goddamn radically different. What the hell is this? What? Yeah, I'm confused too. Somebody's already gotten pinned. How is this match still going on? What's happening here? Oh, wow. What? How did he just got pinned? How was he? Oh, Lord, look at Taz. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, so this is the next match? They just went right into the next match? Look at this. Taz is an Italian man. Look how he's dressed like Fred Flintstone out here. It's a disaster. What a horrible idea this was. And it's like something he did on his own. Hey, it's Superfly. You about to do the big splash on Pitbull 2? What? Are you serious? Wow. Wow. They crushed those dudes. I like the Pitbulls. That sucked. I mean, Snooker's cool and all, but goddamn. WG Phil says, I barely consider Viking Raiders face paint wrestlers. If it doesn't cover 75% of the face, they can kick rocks. They suck anyway, so he suck ass. Why hasn't Miss Elizabeth? I don't know. She should be in the Hall of Fame, but I think she's not in it because of the drugs. I wouldn't be surprised if her and Luger don't get it at the same time. The franchise Shane Douglas. He's out there in these green tights. These things are that. These are ugly. But Mr. Hughes is out there. The Roughneck. Young Shane Douglas with his nice coiffed hair. Looking all presentable and professional. He's going to be defending the title tonight? That's what this is? Who is his opponent? Somebody's going to come out of the chute eventually. No, it's not 9. He's not wrestling 911. There's no way Shane Douglas is about to wrestle 911. 911 is terrible. And Paul Heyman knows this. Waylon Mercy was only in WWE like a very short amount of time. Maybe as Dan Spivey, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I wouldn't put him in as Waylon Mercy. That was just part of what he did. He had a pretty good career. I don't know if I would put him in the Hall of Fame though. Now that I think about it, I would have to really consider why Sid not in there. You talking about like people who are not in the Hall of Fame? Sid should be in the Hall of Fame, for God's sake. Absolutely, Cyndi Lauper should have been in there. Should have been in there a long time ago. If you could sign a bitter wrestler to a Legends deal, Hall of Fame, who are you picking? Shane Douglas, Ryback, or Raven? I don't think Raven's that bitter anymore. But I wouldn't go anywhere near Ryback. So it'd obviously be Shane Douglas in this conversation. At least for his ECW stuff, at the very least. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, and the Shield as soon as Old Men retire. I don't understand what you mean by that. Oh, yeah. As Hall of Famers, yeah, obviously. How is I thought King Kong Bundy was already in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I thought he was already in the Hall of Fame. I would have to check. But there are so many people who are not in there and probably should be. It's kind of embarrassing. An embarrassment of riches of people who should be in the Hall of Fame and are not. Oh, Mr. Hughes is wrestling 911. That's also not good. Triple H wants to make the Hall of Fame legitimate and less nostalgic. Did you just see his most recent class that he picked himself? He can go fuck himself. King Kong, but oh yeah, he was part of that concussion lawsuit. Yeah, a lot of guys were. A lot of people were. Just get this thing underway because 911 is not any good. That answer to that question, what year is the best class of the Hall of Fame? That will require me knowing anything about a class. I'm pretty sure Hogan and Piper went in the same year, so they should have been the year Hogan and Piper went in. So I think that was 2005. So I'm going to stick with that. 2014 is when the Ultimate Warrior went in, right? I think his favorite wrestler already in there, which was Ric Flair. He's in there twice already. I think a lot of things, Hall of Fame being number one, has suffered a lot from the constant switching between Vince and Triple H. They have very different visions of that. Demolition should go in, is not there. Vince is not there anymore. Well, they sued the company, just like King Kong Bundy. But yeah, Demolition should have been in there. 2014 was Warrior, Snake, and Lita. Well, that's not bad. That's not a bad lineup right there. With Mr. T as a legacy, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, Razor Ramon was in 2014 too. Yeah, 2014 then. Well, I think I'm gonna stick with my original answer. Whatever when Hogan and Piper went in. 2005, which I think it was. At least these guys look like wrestlers, for God's sake. 911 has a mullet, which is already minus 10 points in my book. Ooh, he chopped him in the crotch. That is so illegal. Highly unfair. Highly unfair, Mr. Hughes. Mr. Hughes is a big sweaty guy, man. He's always sweating. Well, Batista's already technically in the Hall of Fame. He just hasn't been inducted yet. Um, Cena, it'll be sooner than people think. Same thing with The Rock. I think within the next couple of years for Cena. Oh, he chokeslammed Mr. Hughes. Wait, did he kick out? Wait a minute, what was that? What was that? Okay, so Shane Douglas just punched Paul Heyman. There's just a lot going on, bro. WrestleMania 41 should include Batista. I don't know. What's so special about WrestleMania 41? Wait, Angel just smacked 911. She's wearing a neck brace, for God's sake. That's hilarious. He about to choke slam this bra while she's wearing a neck brace. This is great. Yikes. Oof. Oh no, Paul. What are you doing? Wearing a zebra hat. What are you doing? Joey Styles was talking about Hillary Clinton getting chokeslammed on ECW. I wish she get chokeslammed today. She's like 90, 100 years old. Oh, he called her a dead, smelly fish. You heard him. I heard what you said too, guy. Certainly not. I think Cena's the kind of guy that once he's in the Hall of Fame, he's not going to wrestle again. So, damn, he chose her again. Squeegee. That's all it takes for you to choke slam a broad twice, and you're over. 3 minutes and 33 seconds, man. That was a long 3 minutes, my guy. Hey, it's the Sandman. Hey, it's woman. 20 years he won the world title. What are you talking about, Cena? Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's, Batista and Cena, 20 years. Russ them winning the world belt. Okay, because they won the title at WrestleMania 21, so that makes sense. That guy looked like he invented Microsoft right there. For God's sake, what a dork! He got front row seats too. Look how fat the Sandman is. For God's sake, the Ultimate Warrior passing is still a trip. He says he was on Raw, and then 24 hours later he was dead. Yeah, that really messed your brain up, dog. You know, I was just thinking about that the other day. He was enjoying that last moment and then conked out, died on a high note before he got a chance to ruin it. He went out on top. The Outsiders, Hall and Nash only, New Age Outlaws, the Mega Powers are in my list of Hall of Fame so far. Uh, well, you already got the NWO in there, and you already got Hall and Nash in there individually. Do you really have to put the Outsiders as a tag team? I don't know. The New Age Outlaws aren't in the Hall of Fame already. I think they are. And the Mega Powers, that would be great. I would wait for Hogan to die though. Oh shit! Oh, he just nailed his shoulder with that thing. Finally, people that I know are in this match. Well, I know the last guys too. The Tommy Dreamer Sandman feud. Good television. Ah, he kissed her. Oh, he's all the way in there too. Oh, jeez, he got all the way in there. He made it count. Okay. She didn't even attack him with her shoe. That's what Sherry would have done. Sherry would have stabbed him with the shoe. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't even a full day. It was like a couple of hours later. Yeah, he cut a real goodbye promo. Like he knew it was over. It was prophetic as hell. The Sandman is a slob. This is before Tommy Dreamer was also a slob. What do you mean disqualification? And then he announced the wrong person. This what on earth is going on here? Somebody just hit a referee with a chair. He didn't get disqualified. Tommy Dreamer barely touched this guy and he got disqualified. See, this is what I mean by there needs to be internal logic for these matches. Oh, he just came the goddamn ring announcer. Oh man, I thought we were about to have something here. But nope. 53 seconds, 58 seconds, I'm sorry. For Sandman versus Dreamer. It's the shits. That was shits. It doesn't make sense for you to disqualify the guy because people have been hitting each other with chairs and shit all night and nobody got disqualified. So that whole 2 year period was rough. We lost Dusty, Warrior, and Roddy Piper in a span of a year. Ooh, that's sick to think about. I didn't even think about that. Prince Ali, Wonders of Warrior, and Savage are having great bangers in heaven against each other, though. I think if they both in the same place, they probably got their hands around each other's throats. I don't think Savage like Warrior at all. I'm pretty sure Savage ain't like Warrior at all. I'm pretty sure Warrior didn't like Savage at all either. They're probably cutting promos on each other from across the room. Damn, is Sandman gonna sell it? Look at Tommy Dreamer looking like he go to the gym, trying to get over with his audience. How long would Warrior last before Warrior's out? They kept Brett on the Legends deal after years of trashing WWE. I think it would have been different for Warrior because he would have done or said some crazy stuff that would have got him canceled. Stuff about gays or something. Is she smoking a cigarette? Why is she smoking a cigarette? Oh, she about to revive him with a cigarette? Is that what we about to? Huge pop. Huge pop. He was dead until he got a cigarette. Now he's up again. He's all right. Whoa, this is classic. We need somebody to do this today. Just random thing wake you up out from death, so everybody can complain. People could bitch and moan about it. But a cigarette is his gimmick, so it works. Oh no, it's Public Enemy. It looked like Macho Man was going to make a comeback in 2011 if he didn't pass because of All Stars commercial. Yeah, I think they was probably working on something. I would imagine they were working on something. We've been through like 6 matches already, and this show is not even halfway over. Oh God, it's the Bad Breed. Public Enemy versus the Bad Breed. Hmm. Hmm. And they wearing the belts backwards. They're doing it on purpose. I didn't hate the Public Enemy so much when I was younger. I hate them now though. It's starting to get hot in this joint. I hope this match doesn't have like a significant amount of length to it. Savage versus Punk. Man, Savage was 57 when he died or something like that. There's no way they would have been able to work together. And he was already busted up. It would have been great if they'd have done like a promo segment. That would have been fine. That would have been great. This match easily blew away anything the Young Bucks in today's wrestling. Easily. I don't think I've seen this match before. I'm not sure if I've seen it. I hate the Bad Breed though. That's because they're blood and snots guys. They're the nasty boys on a different level. They from South. Yeah, right. What would I think would have happened if Brett would have returned in 2002? It probably would have done that whole Vince versus Brett thing that they did with Hogan. They probably would have did it with Vince and Brett. If Brett could wrestle. But he was also. I mean, I think he would have came back. I think part of why he never came back is because he got kicked in the dome piece, and then he was mad about the whole thing. But I think he would have gotten over it if he could still wrestle. But I'm pretty sure him and Sean probably would have got into it again. Oh my God, he's attacking the Straw Hat guy. He just threw Straw Hat's guy hat. Oh no, he's tearing it. He's trying to eat it. Oh, he's tearing it up. Oh no. People are popping for this, by the way. People are popping for this, but you know that guy's such a famous fan that he probably loves being involved with the show. I don't know. Fantasy matches are overrated in general. You know, I think you people should care more about storylines than matches. Brett is very petty indeed. That's classic old school wrestling stuff. Here, one more person calling me jailbird, which of course tells him to chant jailbird, right? Oh, now he's leaving. Oh, look at Rocco Rock. His feelings hurt. I'm gonna be talking about who killed WCW tomorrow. I think I'm a. It's hard to watch that show and learn anything or get anything new out of it, but I'm gonna try to give a something. Try to give you guys something for that show tomorrow. Now they're doing countouts and where they've never done countouts before. Whoa! He's standing on another table. He's cussing, and we just tried to kick him in the head. That's the second time he used that Disney Channel line. And he kicked the belt out the ring. What? How was it a DQ before when the bell had rung? Well, what are they doing? Why is the referee holding his crotch? What is going on here? I don't even remember what happened to this guy. They're milking the shit out of this crowd. You need to hurry up. And these are also two more guys in oversized shirts with crazy designs on it. It's the 90s. It seemed like Paul Heyman was giving these shirts away, for God's sake. Here, tear it up a little, tear the sleeves off of it, go out there and wrestle in it. There's skulls and car crashes and all kinds of shit on that shirt. Is somebody going to touch somebody in this match, for Christ's sake? Okay, thank you. Oh, they're about to try to wrestle. This is about to be a disaster. Whoa, that was not. Whoa, that was interesting. Okay. He's a heel, though. Why would he do that? Who do you think had the better diss? Easy E diss and Dre or Kendrick dissing? Well, there's multiple of both. So um I like real motherfucking G's. I think that's one of the greatest diss records of all time. But so is Not Like Us, and so is Euphoria. So um I think they're about even. But I think Dre, I mean, obviously Kendrick's is better because he wrote his own lyrics. For God's sake, I know Dre, Easy ain't writing his own lyrics. Even though what he's saying is true, he's uh he's not writing his own lyrics. No, he went into the crowd. That guy should really lay low. Everything that I've learned about him over the last couple of days against my will, he really should lay low. I watched Nate the Lawyer stream because I wanted one person to explain to me what was going on and why. So I watched Nate the Lawyer stream while I was at work. It's like he was going through like the arrest and the warrant and everything. I was like, yeah, that guy should disappear for a while. You know, I know that his life is now streaming, but he probably should go on a break. He probably should go away for a little bit. He probably needs to go away from being in public. He can only make it worse for himself. Yeah, when they did the video, that was even funnier because the video, and I didn't even notice this until I kind of looked it up. But in Dre Day video, they had this little dude, AJ Johnson, who I think was in Friday. He played Easy E in that video. Well, and he was mocking Easy. And so when Easy E did his real motherfucking G's video, he actually hired AJ Johnson to play him again. And they end up killing him in the video. It was great. That was great. Who in ECW had the biggest package? Well, you would know. You was in the locker room. Did I hear about Redman and Method Man Summer Jam incident? What incident? All I heard is they didn't feel appreciated and they said they weren't coming back. Well, Method Man said he wasn't going back. I don't think there was an incident. It was just this new generation don't listen to rappers from that generation. These kids nowadays who listen to Sexy Red and Doja Cat, they don't listen to Redman and Method Man. I did hear that I did see that people said instead of blaming the kids, you should blame the parents. Like when you had Red and Meth and all these guys, what they listened to informed their appreciation for things. So when you listen to like Dr. Dre and all those guys, all the stuff that they sampled was all the music their parents listened to and they grew up with. So we didn't, but in my opinion, black people are the only people who do this when it comes to music. You know, I've never seen or heard of rock bands where the kids don't listen to them. They don't know they exist. And they were like some of the biggest rock bands of all time. You never hear that. You only hear this shit with black people. You know, like there's so many people. Like, well, I guarantee you, if you walk to somebody 19 years old with a picture of Sam Cooke, they wouldn't know who the hell he was. He probably think they was a damn daddy. Like, is that my granddad? Like, no. It's like literally one of the greatest singers of all time. You never heard of him. Because Kanye West ain't chopped and looped anything with fucking Sam Cooke in it yet. At least I don't think so. But that's black people for you. It's sad, but it's true. Just like I didn't give a shit about the Temptations. I don't expect anybody to care about Redman and Method Man. But and I really got a smack in the face the other day. When I saw that T.I. and Nelly were considered oldies. I was like, ugh. But then you think about it, like, yeah, this shit's 20 years old, man. It is. It's 20 years old. It's like all these kids running around thinking Kendrick Lamar the greatest rapper of all time. It's like, to me, he hasn't even been out that long. But then when you look at in real time, his Good Kid, Mad City came out 12 years ago, and you're like, whoa. So he's basically, you know, when people was talking about Nas in like 2001 to 2006, yeah, he had such a, Nas had more of a body of work at the time, but they grew up with him, so it's a different perspective. So I'm not surprised at all they felt that way. Yeah, most people know it from the Temptations from the TV movie. Exactly. Anybody come to see you, Otis? That's most of the people know. It's very rare nowadays for people to know. Like Michael Jackson is always going to be somebody that people know, but there's going to become a generation that's not going to know who Rick James is. And that's going to be very sad. It's going to be a generation that doesn't know what Earth, Wind, and Fire is. There's going to be there's already generations of people who don't know who Bobby Blue Bland is. Who don't know who Miles Davis is. Like all these people, Herbie Hancock, all these jazz musicians, but I'm not concerned too much about rappers. I'm more concerned about people who don't who don't make rap and never made rap. Like, there's going to be a generation of kids that never heard of Smokey Robinson. There's going to be a generation of kids who are only going to know Diana Ross for her daughter being, an actress, who never going to have heard a Tina Marie song. Yeah, like I said, there's already people who don't know who Sam Cooke is, for God's sake. It's if you're on the higher level, people might know who you are, but for the most part, a lot of the mid-range, really good singers, Patrice Rushen, nobody knows who these people are. Shaka Khan, she wasn't really known before Kanye sampled her. Yeah, Anita Baker. Anita Baker's still alive though, so she's got a chance. But you talk about losing recipes, man. We've lost many already. We've lost a lot of recipes already. A lot of great singers in the dustbin of history. Ella Fitzgerald, just so many very talented people. Because kids they have no curiosity. Like back when I used to listen to rap music, I used to be interested in the samples. And I know that there's still some people who get interested in samples. But a lot of people are not even interested in the samples anymore. They don't care. So for Shaka Khan is somewhat known, but her songs got covered by people more popular, like Whitney. Yeah. Well, that's another thing that really is going to be a problem when people started doing covers. But mostly they're going to be known as samples now. And kids are not going to listen to the original song. They're going, oh, I heard that sample. Oh, shit. He just did a doomsday device. Not bad. People should know who the Isley brothers are. Well, yeah, I mean, Ron Isley was on Kendrick Lamar's album, so they probably do know who he is. What the fuck was the rules of this match? But it's over now, huh? What? Wait, what? You keep him down for 10 seconds, then you can use a bat? Why didn't you just fucking pin him? You already beat him up for 10 seconds without the bat. What the hell you need the bat for? What the fuck do you need the bats for? Top Dog said this happened to every generation. In 10 to 20 years, a new generation won't know who guys like Kendrick is. Yeah, it actually might not be longer than that. With the infrequent way that he releases music, it might be in 5 or 6 years. There are going to be some kids that are not going to know who he is. But probably not 5 or 6, probably like 10, 15. But there's an entire generation of people who don't know Ice Cube is a rapper. They just don't have any earthly idea. And the reason why I say this is a black people thing is because you don't really see this. Like, I never heard white people just have this sort of feeling about music. Like, their kids listen to the Beatles, and sure, there's some people that their kids don't pick up on the music that they listen to, but they still can fill stadiums and do shows and everything. And it's not as youth oriented in the rock realm but it is for pop music, you know? Like, there's all kinds of pop stars in the dustbin of history. So we can correct that record. But when it comes to like other kinds of music, you don't see that stuff getting thrown away the way rap does. Rap gets thrown away. It gets thrown in the goddamn garbage, you know. And it don't take long. And now with the DSPs and everything, people are gonna have Spotify, and then as people start getting canceled for saying things, and the DSPs take them off, and there's no physical copies of anything, or a few physical copies of things, it's going to be easier than ever to forget people. You know, like R. Kelly's one of those guys who's very, very lucky. You know, he's extremely lucky. He had 30 years to build up a resume, and people are not going to stop listening to R. Kelly just because of him being a terrible person. But there's going to be some new artists out there who are going to end up getting canceled 4 or 5 years into their career, and their whole entire discography going to get taken offline. We don't listen to music where I'm from. We play the banjos. Well, banjos create music. What's wrong with you? Yeah, top dogs that you see, young white people listening to Nirvana, listen to their music. The only rappers from the 90s people listen to today are Biggie and Tupac, really. Most of these kids have no idea who Big Pun is. They know Nori from Drink Champs. They don't know anything about him being a rapper. You know, it's it's crazy. They know Snoop from all the various Snoop Dogg things that he does. They don't remember when he was making Murder Was the Case that they gave me. Everybody should know Earth, Wind, and Fire. They should, but there's going to be an entire like there's kids running around right now and have no idea who the Gap Band is. You know, have no idea who Zap is. You would have to be on the West Coast to know who Zap is anyway. Even though they're not from the West Coast, they're from like Ohio. But their music was very popular on the West Coast. They probably know this. They're probably if they heard them, they would probably know Earth, Wind, and Fire, but they probably wouldn't know them by name. Parliament, Funkadelic, have no idea who those people are. They'll probably have. Like I said, I took my time and meticulously went back and listened to old music. You know, I did it on purpose because nobody really pushed for me to learn about old music. You know, I wish somebody. Well, my mama did. My mama still listens to the blues, and I still learn about the blues from listening to her music. But so, and she never listened to R&B. She never listened to rap music. She don't like funk either, though, which is very weird. Top Dog says you feel like it's happening already to people my age. Guys like Kevin Dates, Fetty Wap, who were massively popular rappers 10 years ago, probably aren't known by kids growing up today. That's a good point because there was somebody who I just saw like their mixtape is I think it's Chief Keef, somebody like that, like they project just became like 10 years old or something like that, or 12 years or 14 years old or something like that. He was like, whoa, where did the time go? It might have been Chief Keef, like one of his original mixtapes, you know. But I forgot the name Kevin Gates. And Fetty Wap is the guy with one eye, right? That match was not as awful as I thought it was going to be, but it was entirely too long. 19 minutes and 9 seconds. Oof. Is that Too Cold Scorpio? Yeah. This should be fun no matter what it is. Who is he wrestling? That's a dancing fool, dog. That jacket is super 90s. No discernible design, just colors all over the place. Colors don't match. Top Dog says it wouldn't be surprised if kids today don't know guys like XXX Tencian and Juice World. I don't even know those people. I have no idea what those people are. Most people know Tevin Campbell from a Goofy movie. I don't even know Tevin Campbell was in a Goofy movie. Oh, he's wrestling Sabu? Oh, this might be good. This might be good. Hopefully, this should have got 19 minutes. It's probably going to end up with 3 seconds and 22 seconds. They should let these guys go 19 minutes. Sabu's probably going to rip his shoulder off at some point in this match, though. I'm all for Too Cold Scorpio and Sabu, brother. This original Sabu, when he came out in the Hannibal Lecter mask and everything. Ooh, look at this action already, brother. 18 minutes? Okay, not bad. This ought to be fun. XX was the rapper that got killed in 2018, and Juice WRLD was the guy who died from lean in 2019. Damn. Poor kids. They basically babies. It's so unbelievable. I am uncomfortable. It's hot in here. Probably gonna have to start abandoning ship on live streams in the summer. I don't think I can afford to turn the fan off this long. I feel like I'm about to just get choked out. You see Too Cold Scorpio trying to duck them punches? Shawn Michaels books the women so much better than Triple H. Well, because he actually books the women. He actually uses them. Triple H just collecting people and backstage, and they're not doing anything. Yeah, how dare he? You talking about the barbed wire match between Funk and Sabu? That match was nuts. It wasn't the bloodiest match I've ever seen though, but it was nutty. I like the one thing I always enjoyed about Sabu's matches was the pace. Like he works at a pretty frenetic pace. This is before he got super jacked and scarred up all over the place. So he's fairly athletic here, even though he's been wrestling for a while. This is what I'm talking about. Why wasn't this on that damn thumbnail? This was after Scorpio had a stint in WCW as the tag team champion with Marcus Alexander Bagwell. It would be nice if somebody did like a biography or something. Like maybe Dark Side of the Ring or something would do an episode on Too Cold Scorpio / Flash Funk. Because I want to know what his story is. He's still wrestling today, bro. He's like 58 or something like that. He's still wrestling today. He wrestles for like GCW and stuff. Like I want to know like why did he leave WCW? Like what happened? Oh my God! Sabu killed himself trying to sunset fit Too Cold Scorpio. He destroyed himself. Oof! What an idiot! Sabu just did not care about his body. What drugs was he on? That was nice though. He pump faked a moonsault and Sabu moved. I'm still incredibly impressed by the magic of pro wrestling. Like these guys can do this stuff and not meticulously put it together this way. Edge was thinking that he was trying to impress the kids, which he should not have done. He should have just went in there and worked his match and called it a day. Ooh, nice. Okay. Slingshot splash. He didn't need to do that either. He didn't need to jump off that joint. And tore everything up. Ruined everything. That's definitely something Vince would have yelled at him about. That's what I mean by somebody's got to be back there to be a disciplinarian. Well, he botched this surfboard. He botched the hell out of it already. That Jasmine Nix chick is the best. Oh yeah, we knew that when before she was even in the ring. She was just pretty as hell. But she's actually catching on as a wrestler now, so she's doing okay. You got a little signature move. Oh shit, that was a cactus special. Oh my god. Oh, did you see that power driver? Sabu's neck jammed into the mat. That was a shoot power driver, bro. Oh my god. If Sabu wasn't tougher than leather, that'd have been it for him. Yeah, that was a nice little flipping leg drop. I'm surprised nobody has watched these old ECW matches and stole some of these moves from like Too Cold Scorpio yet. That just goes to show how underrated he is. Nobody's even about to steal his shit. If I was a wrestler, I'd steal his shit. If I was athletic enough, like if I was like Will Ospreay, I'd be stealing this shit all the time. Him and Sabu. Oh, a front face lock. Okay. Now you playing too much. You're gonna do slingshot shit and then put you on a front face lock. Hmm. Who do you think is a worse booker, Triple H or Tony? Have you watched Dynamite? Nobody who watched Dynamite can say anything else than Tony Khan is awful. I mean, he's legit not good at this. That was an interesting Hurricanrana. It looked botched. It looked like Scorpio getting a little frustrated in there. Powerbomb. He having a good one in there, brother. Scorpio hitting everything. Power drivers, power bombs, flipping high flying moves. And they haven't gone off the reservation where everything looks ridiculous yet. Oh shit. AJ3 wonders if Medusa is going to complain about the hot lesbian action on Dynamite. Like she complained about Booker T wanting to dance off a little. Probably not. She probably never even watched the show. Interestingly enough, I did see some AEW fans complain. They think that the women are being sexualized and they shouldn't be sexualized. And I'm thinking like, bro, who cares? They're doing good shit. That was completely unnecessary, but it was actually also fucking cool. Yeah, I don't know what it was basically like a dive off the chair. Yeah, how do you spring off of a metal chair? It's not a spring. So it really doesn't make sense, but it looked cool. It was the rule of cool. It breaks the rules, but All right, it's fine. Now he's already putting the table up. He's moving the furniture. These Japanese camera guys that's on the inside of the ring barricade is crazy. They all in the way. Here come one of the Sabu specials about to launch. Oh, not bad. How many table spots? Well, there was one in the Mikey Whipwreck match. There were, I think, one in the Public Enemy match, and there's one here. So there's been 3 so far, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure that's not the only table spot Sabu is going to do. Why is 911 out here, man? Please don't ruin this match. I think I've earned watching this from watching the rest of this show. Yeah, I was about to say, what are you talking about? Oh, shit. My goodness. What was my thoughts on Macho Man's pimp gimmick? Well, he had to do something where he couldn't really work the way he used to. So he went with being the madness. Whatever keeps Macho Man on TV, I guess. I'm pretty sure Medusa wasn't happy about it, but whatever. But she probably was because she was younger then. You know how old hags are. They're fine when they're young, but when they're not young anymore, no, it's not fun anymore. It has to stop. Pull the ladder up. No more young women getting over being young and beautiful. Why I want to know why Paul Heyman and 911 are out here. These guys are trying to kill each other. Oh my word! He just hit that table again, huh? You can't even see because the people are standing up. Yikes! Oh, oh, it's actually pretty good drama because you can't see Sabu. So, but you see that he's down, but now he's up again. The gorgeous George chick he had around him was hot as hell. You know what's the interesting thing is they ruined his biography by bringing her into it, and her claiming that he was spying on her and doing surveillance on her and all this kind of shit. She really fucked up his biography. They need to do another one. Try it again. Oh, a sitting tombstone on a chair. That should be the finish, bro. But it's not because it's ECW and it's the Indies. It's the Indies, bro. 1, 2, foot on the ropes and under the ropes. So at least that was a logical break of the pin. And he's not getting up. Like he's just laying there, bro. He got tombstone on the chair. He's out. Like look how long he's been down. That's longer than Will Ospreay would have stayed down. Oh. Sabu wouldn't have hit that moonsault anyway. For God's sake, he went nowhere near the man. Be a man, Hogan. I can't believe that somebody actually let him do rap. The crazy thing is, he was actually a rap fan. That's what it said in his biography about that the guy wrote. Oh wow! Did you see that? What was that? 1.5 gainer. I don't know what the fuck you call that. That rule. Notice how they set up their moves too. Slam them down or something. Oh my God. Oh, and he said who kicked out of it. There's no sisterhood between women. Well, yeah, there is. Women have more in-group bias than men do. They have more collectivist mind states than men do. Oh, he missed that. It was a great moonsault. He missed it though. I haven't listened to Cena's whole album, to be quite honest. I listened to Bad Man and his theme song, but I haven't listened to his whole album. Somebody dropped a really great factoid that there's been 10 white rappers with platinum albums, and John Cena is one of them. And 6 of those 10 were in bands or groups. Platinum rap albums, I should say. I'm pretty sure Vanilla Ice is one of them. And probably House of Bass. House of Bass. What am I talking about? Everlast, whatever his group was called. Because I think they went platinum, I think. And the Beastie Boys. Reading Rainbow or the more I grew up with Reading Rainbow, so I'm gonna go with Reading Rainbow. Sure. Even though LeVar Burton is trying to ruin it with all the woke garbage he's doing now. Oh yeah, there's very little more miserable than a single woman, a single old woman. Is about as bad as a childless. But you see that people, what they typically do is when they're lacking something in their life, they find other things to fill that void. So certain people, if they lack children, they will either turn your children into their children, or they will turn you into a child. But nowadays, most of people turning their pets into their children. So they need something to love on. Whoa! That's the third table spot in this match. Yes, these guys are killing each other, man. Macho Man and Hulk Hogan have the longest wrestling beef. They were beefing from the 80s to 2000s. That's true. That's absolutely true. Hogan swears that they made up right before Randy died, but I don't believe him. Hogan lies too much. I thought Brett and Shawn might make it that long, but they didn't. Brett is a bitter man, but he put the bitterness aside. Oh, arm wringer. This late into the match? Oh, what a DDT. Great move. These dudes in here cooking, bro. They doing all kind of shit to each other, bro. But they're actually taking their time. He didn't go for a pin, which there, finally. 1, 2, his shoulders up. Except if you're a bully, racist, etc., these women would not accept you. Who's been married twice? Medusa? She's been married twice? Oh! The leg drop with the chair. They cheaters. You're cheaters. You're no good bastards. Sabu wins with a little help from Paul Heyman. Great match. I had a lot of fun with that. I could count on it. They were out there forever. Do I think Vince McMahon and Macho Man made up? No. I think they probably had some conversations, but I don't think so. I think that if they would have made up, Randy Savage would have been on Raw. Hey, it's Terry Funk. How you doing, Terry? This guy was almost 60. He actually looked like he's in the gym, for God's sake. Yeah, that absolutely was the best match on the card up to this point. He's just now putting his knee pads on. This Medusa's third marriage? Interesting. Vince was sad that Randy left. I don't think he wanted Randy to leave. Vince just wants people to be there on his terms. That's all. He's just like everybody else. He didn't want Randy to leave. But he gave him no choice. He didn't want to let him wrestle. I wish he would have rethought it. Maybe he didn't think that he was actually going to leave. Foley and Funk should be fun. I'm not expecting too much out of it, though. There's 17 more minutes left in the show. I don't think I'm going all 17. It's probably going to be 10, 12 with some shenanigans. I'm ready for this. Look how Terry Funk looks when he's almost 60 in this joint. He looks great. He's in better shape at 60 in the main event than the first four guys: Mikey Rick, Chad Austin, Cairo, Jason, and Rock and Rebel. They were okay. Jason can't move at all. But Funk looks like he works out. He's loose. It's next level.
There's been far too much violence already. Terry, I've recently learned to appreciate the value of family entertainment. I know these people in Philadelphia pretty well, but what they want and what they need right now is one hell of a scientific match.
They're booing scientific wrestling. I hate Philly.
By golly, Terry, I think we're the two guys to give it to them.
Oh no, offering a handshake. I'm surprised Terry actually took it. It's going to be a scientific match.
Wrestle in Japan in a tag team. We wrestle in Florida in a tag team. But tonight, thanks to ECW, the first time we ever stood toe-to-toe the way it's supposed to be. I got a lot of respect for you, and it's going to hurt me to have to kick your ass all over the ECW arena. The gauntlet has been dropped, but not as bad as it's going to hurt you. My God. That's what I love about Cactus. He's always been a dreamer, hasn't he?
No, they're throwing punches from the beginning. It's not a classic wrestling match at all. Oh, they start with a collar and elbow. They playing too much. Wait a minute. No, wasn't he like what year was he born in? 1944 for Terry Funk? That would have made him about 50 around his age. Well, even if he was 50 and not 60, he's still in better shape than half the fucking roster. He's in better shape than everybody that was in that Public Enemy match. There was 4 fat slobs in there. Bang, bang, indeed. Oh, he chopped him. I don't think I've ever seen Foley do a chop before. He was born during World War II? That's crazy. Damn, he just threw him out the... Look how loose those ropes are, for God's sake. Ooh, scientific my ass. He's hitting them with pieces of this goddamn table. Terry Funk, great punch. Very professional. Oh, an incel is far more dangerous than a feminist. No, an incel is dangerous. A man with nothing to lose, no, that's a school shooter, suicide bomber. No, I'm good. A dead egg feminist ain't gonna do nothing. She's dangerous in terms of being able to poison everybody else's life with her misery. But a fucking incel, she ain't got nothing to live for. Yeah, right. You'll blow up a goddamn mosque or something like that. No way. I want nothing to do with that guy. Unless he's got some lease on life, something to attach himself to. 80th anniversary of D-Day. Absolutely. I'm surprised that didn't become political yet. I think Vince forced them to bury the hatchet because I think Brett still don't like Shawn, and they anytime they have to do something together, Brett will grit his teeth and do it. But I think he kind of rolls his eyes at Shawn. We'll see when one of them dies. How the other one behaves. We'll see when they put one of them in the ground how the other one acts, and we'll see what happens at that. I think the power of bitterness will keep Brett alive. Shawn's too happy, and he did more drugs. Oh, it's the Foley favorite of putting his head in the ropes. Oh, he fell to the floor. You missed all the good wrestling from ECW, none of which was done by you, Roadkill. I don't believe Savage and Hogan made amends either. I think Hogan's a liar. And if it wasn't for I don't believe Roddy Piper ever hated Hogan. I just think that he knew that Hogan was he knew who Hogan was. And he wasn't gonna let Hogan take advantage of it. So I really didn't want to believe the voicemail until they played it about him and Roddy Piper. But I don't think they were ever at odds with each other that much anyway. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody has decided to bring that whole neck and the ropes thing back. I don't think you probably could do it these days. Oh, fuck. Are you serious? Oh, come on. I saw enough of you losers earlier. Savage and Hogan on Twitter like Hogan and Iron Sheik. They've been 100% one-sided. Logan be trying to be the bigger man. Like he was trying to be the bigger man with Iron Sheik. Yeah, right. The Hulk Hogan Hawk 2. Yeah, modern ropes would probably rip your goddamn ears off. It probably banned because they can't do chokeholds and stuff. And it's probably like a simulation of hanging, so they probably wouldn't want to do it in WWE. But I wonder if they could get away with it in AEW. They'll literally hang a motherfucker in AEW, but they won't figure it out. Why are they going to jump both of them though? What is this nonsense? Why were they trying to help Cactus win? Why? Why is this happening? Why ruin your main event? And the referee is not counting, despite the fact that this thing is not legal. How did Straw Hat guy get another hat? What's that about? Explain to me how he get his hat back. Didn't they tear it up earlier? I do too. I wish Savage had gone to the Hall of Fame and got everything he deserved. Video game treatment, action figure, 10-minute promo segment in the ring, on a modern Monday Night Raw, an explanation to talk about, why he left and how he felt about Elizabeth and all that. I wish he would have got all that chance. Weren't you like in middle school when this happened, Roadkill? Ain't you my age? Straw Hat has spare hats all over every orifice. Oh, he can't pull it out of his armpit. You thought you had me beat because you took my damn straw hat? Pull one from behind his ear like a magic trick. AJ3 says, damn shame they should have done Hogan and Sheik 2 at WrestleMania 7. Instead, they turned Sheik into Colonel Mustafa. Oh my God. Iron Sheik couldn't even move, dog. Honestly, that's why he washed out of WCW. He couldn't move. He couldn't do it. That's why they went with Slaughter. He was even washed at the time. They probably were better off not doing the storyline that they wanted to do, and probably just should have just did Slaughter as a regular heel versus Hulk Hogan. Wait a minute, is that it? Oh Lord, they ruined our main event. Gay Bobs. No, you're not actually. Oh, okay, good. So they're just gonna beat up Public Enemy. We're not gonna finish the match at all. What do you mean impromptu match? Wait, it's a tag team match now? Wasn't Cactus just a heel a second ago? Yeah, what's happening here? He's tearing his head up with this frying pan, dog. That's a disaster. That shit hurts. That shit hurts. Top Dog finds it shocking that Rock and Cena are buddies. But they got it out of their system, Sometimes that's what you need. You need to get it out of your system. You need to call each other somebody a homosexual, fruity pebble, weirdo, and all that kind of stuff. Just get it out of your system. Sometimes guys become, again, it's usual with guys. You don't like them, you hold that shit in, hold it in, look for a reason to let it out. And then finally, y'all can be friends. It happened to Jay-Z and Nas too. He talked about killing each other, talked about condoms on the baby seat, and then all of a sudden they're friends. Like, are you serious? But what it was is they had animosity and they didn't let it out. And then when they finally did, they could be friends. And I'm guarantee you, and I don't think it should happen. Oh Lord, what's happening here? Why are they throwing chairs? Oh my God. Bang, bang, throw a chair, why don't you? That's a fire hazard. That's just, where's the state athletic commission? Oh yeah, they're yelling about the chairs now. Jack Victory. They finally starting to enforce some rules in ECW. They're telling them to stop throwing chairs. It's too late. The show's over. And they threw 400 fucking chairs in the ring. And buried Public Enemy in chairs. How are they not dead? Look at the one arm up to show that he's still alive. Yeah, either Primetime or Wrestling Challenge. That could be great. Oh, God, he's throwing chairs back. Are you serious? He's sliding and slipping all over the chairs, for God's sake. What is going on? You guys started it. You shouldn't have came rush your asses out there. We are the what? And they throwing garbage cans? Like, what is going on? Anybody can grab a mic. Anybody can throw a chair. These people are in there. They're not in their right mind at all. Is this broadcast going off forever or what? What's happening? Now they getting middle fingers waved at them. Public Enemy earned it. They ruined the main event. And they got pelted with chairs for their trouble. Real sick shit. Now I think Vince hated Ted Turner more than anything. I don't think he hated WCW. I don't think he cared about WCW. He hated Ted Turner. ECW and Philly had a special relationship. Oh yeah, very special. Like Forrest and Bubba. That kind of relationship, right? That's what we mean. Get out of the ring. This is a classic case of not knowing when enough is enough. There's really no purpose for them to still be there. The opponents are gone. The fans have thrown all their chairs. Okay, it's finally over. All right. Whew. The last 30 minutes of the show, very good. The Public Enemy Bad Breed was okay. That was really good. I didn't hate it as much as usual. Sabu and Tuco Scorpio was amazing. Funk and Cactus started out with something good, but of course it got ruined. All in all, I think it was an okay show. It was a good representation of what ECW was at the time. Very disappointing with the Sandman Tommy Dreamer thing, but it's a good distillation of what ECW was at the time. All right. I want to answer a couple of questions, then we're going to get out of here. What was my thoughts when I saw Bischoff show up on Raw? I wasn't watching wrestling at the time. When I saw Bischoff on Raw, it was 2005. And I was surprised as hell to see him, to be quite honest. What was the difference between Chris Chetty and Danny Doring? Similar ring attire, same build, same personality, similar looking face. Well, one of them is Taz's cousin, and the other one is Danny Doring. So there you go. Sabu and Tuco was the match of the night. Yeah, easily. And do I really believe that Talia's contract is going to be expiring? So I hope so. She's probably Triple H is going to keep her around because he loves her, but it would be nice if her contract would expire and she would look for other modes of employment. But that's not going to look like it's going to happen anytime soon. All right, thank you guys for your time. I'll talk to you guys later, man. Peace.